mentioned you, by the way.
Me?
Oh yeah, you.
Whoa.
She mentioned you sitting at her bar. So it's like,
Mendeecees. I think Kirk was going down like the Titanic, slowly. He hit that iceberg. He looked to the left and Mendeecees. And Mendeecees was like, boy, ain't got nothing to do with that.
I didn't know who she was until somebody had to say, that's Kirk, baby mother. And I never went back. We never had 2 words.
Can I ask you one question? Where the hell is your ring at?
Don't do Kirk.
I lost it.
Y'all, things just got real messy in the world of love and hip-hop, and the internet is absolutely losing its mind. Mendeecees just went OFF on Kirk Frost, and let's just say it was not pretty. We're talking straight-up explosive drama, caught on camera, and now the whole world is watching. So, here's the deal. Kendra's dirty little secret is out, and it ain't just rumors anymore. Nope, this time the receipts are legit. The tea is scalding hot, and Kirk, he's been left humiliated in front of EVE or IBOD. And guess who decided to air it all out for the world to see? None other than Mendeecees himself. Bro, he did not hold back. We're talking shouting matches, threats, and a jaw-dropping confrontation that had everybody gasping for air. But here's the real question. Why did Mendeecees put Kirk on blast like this? What did he find out that made him completely snap? And most importantly, what does this mean for Kirk and Kendra's already shaky marriage? Oh, best believe we've got all the details, and trust me, you're gonna wanna hear EVRE. Single. Word. So grab your popcorn, cause this tea is about to get real messy.
Children to be walking around here with a sibling.
That's not their sibling.
Thinking it's their cousin.
It is. That's what we're gonna tell them. What are you talking about?
You sound dumb.
Y'all, the drama that just went down between Mendeecees and Kirk Frost is something straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. If you thought the past scandals in love and hip-hop were wild, just wait till you hear about this. This isn't just some minor argument. This is an all-out war, and the internet is losing its mind over it. And at the center of it all, Kendra's dirty little secret. Now, let's be real. Kirk Frost is no stranger to relationship drama. He's been called out, exposed, and dragged through the mud for his past mistakes. But this time, he's the one getting played. And y'all, he had no idea it was coming. The betrayal is deep, the lies run even deeper, and Mendeecees? He just lit the match that's about to burn everything down. See, for weeks, people had been whispering about Kirk and Kendra. Something just wasn't adding up. Kirk was doing his usual thing, playing the perfect husband on Instagram, posting those cute couple pics like everything was good. But behind the scenes, Kendra was moving funny. She was always on her phone, getting defensive when Kirk asked where she was going, and even some of her closest friends were starting to side-eye her. And here's the thing, Mendeecees. He noticed it too. Now, let's keep it real. Mendeecees has had his fair share of drama with Yandy, but one thing about him, he can spot a lie from a mile away. And something about Kendra's behavior just wasn't sitting right with him. Then the whispers started. At first, it was just little things, rumors, speculation, people throwing around theories. But then Mendeecees got hit with some real information, and let's just say he didn't keep it to himself. Because what he found out? Oh, it wasn't just a little slip-up. It wasn't just some flirty messages or some harmless conversation. No, Kendra was playing a dangerous game. And the worst part, she wasn't messing around with some random guy. She was messing around with someone Kirk knew. Someone Kirk trusted. It all came to a head one night at a private industry party in Atlanta. Everyone was there, big names, VIP guests, cameras rolling, expensive drinks flowing. Kirk walked in, feeling good, completely unaware that in just a few minutes, his whole world was about to come crashing down. Mendeecees was already there, posted up in the corner, arms crossed, looking mad as hell. And the second he saw Kirk, everything changed. The whole room felt the tension. Kirk noticed it too. He could feel the heat. He walked over, trying to play it cool. Yo, what's good, bro? But Mendeecees, he wasn't smiling. He wasn't dapping him up. He wasn't even blinking. And then, boom. You really out here looking stupid, huh? The whole room went silent. Kirk let out a little laugh, trying to brush it off. Man, what are you even talking about? Mendeecees just stared at him. Then he pulled out his phone. You tell me. Kirk's face changed immediately, because Mendeecees wasn't just talking. He had RECIPTS. He pressed play on his phone, and suddenly, Kendra's voice filled the room. I miss you. I wish I could be with you right now. Kirk don't even be paying attention to me like you do. Y'all, the way Kirk's face drop-eat. 1 second, he was standing tall. The next, he looked like he'd seen a ghost. He reached for the phone, but Mendeecees pulled it back. Nah, man, keep that same energy. By now, a few people had gathered around. The murmurs had started, and Kirk, he was trying to keep his cool, but you could see the storm brewing inside him. Mendeecees finally handed over his phone. Go ahead, scroll through it, read it for yourself. Kirk hesitated, but when he finally took the phone, it was like his whole body locked up. Because what he was looking at? Text messages, pictures, timestamps. Kendra had been talking reckless, and the worst part, Mendeecees wasn't even done. Oh, and by the way, that dude she's been creeping with, he's closer to you than you think. That's when Kirk's whole demeanor changed. His face went from shock to anger to straight-up fury. And that's when the real chaos started. Kirk could feel his blood boiling, his jaw tightening as he read the texts over and over again. The reality was sinking in, but his mind was rejecting it. He had spent years defending Kendra, standing by her side when people doubted her loyalty. And now she had made a fool out of him. And Scrappy, his brother, his day one, the man he had stood beside through thick and thin, had done this. The betrayal stung worse than anything Kirk had ever felt. But the worst part, the whole damn world knew before he did. Mendeecees leaned back, arms crossed, watching Kirk unravel. He had done his part, delivered the truth raw and unfiltered. But deep down, he knew what was coming. He knew Kirk. And there was no way Kirk was gonna let this slide. Kirk's hands shook as he gripped his phone, his mind racing. He pulled up Scrappy's number, his thumb hovering over the call button. He knew if he called right now, it wasn't gonna be a conversation. It was gonna be war. But then, ring. Ring, his phone buzzed in his hand. It was Kendra. For a moment, he just stared at the screen, his heartbeat pounding in his ears. What the hell could she possibly say to him right now? But he needed to hear it. He needed to hear her say it herself. He swiped to answer. Kendra, tell me right now this ain't true. Tell me right now that this is some fakes. Too. A deep sigh on the other end. Then, Kirk, I was gonna tell you. I swear, his heart dropped. She didn't even deny it. Didn't even try to lie. The silence between them was deafening. Kendra's voice was softer now, like she was trying to calm him down. Baby, it wasn't like that. You don't understand. Kirk cut her off. Oh, I understand just fine. You was creepin' with Scrappy behind my back. That's what the F, I understand. And now, the whole damn world knows before I do. Kendra exhaled, her voice shaking. Kirk, listen to me. I was gonna. Click. He hung up. He didn't want to hear her excuses. He didn't want to hear another word come out of her mouth. Right now, there was only one person he needed to see. Scrappy. Kirk's chest rose and fell with deep, ragged breaths as he pulled up Scrappy's address. His fingers clenched around the steering wheel, his foot pressing harder on the gas than it should. Mendeecees shook his head as he watched Kirk speed off. Damn, this about to be some real messies. The streets were buzzing. Every single blog, gossip site, and news outlet had picked up the story. Fans were divided. Some were defending Kendra, saying Kirk had his own past, while others were dragging her, calling her out for her disloyalty. And Scrappy, he had been silent. No posts, no comments, not even a tweet. It was like he was waiting for the storm to pass. But Kirk wasn't about to let that happen. As he pulled up to Scrappy's house, he barely put the car in park before jumping out. His hands clenched into fists, his heart pounding in his chest. This was it. The moment that was about to break the internet. Kirk banged on the door. Boom, boom, boom. The force of his fist against the wood echoed through the quiet neighborhood. Then, the door cracked open just a little. Scrappy's face appeared in the gap, his expression unreadable. For a second, neither man spoke. Then, Kirk's voice came out low, dangerous. Open the king door. Scrappy exhaled, rubbing his hand over his face. He knew this was coming. He just didn't know when. But before he could even react, Kirk shoved the door open himself and stormed inside. Scrappy stumbled back, holding his hands up. Aye, chill, bro. Just let me explain. Kirk's eyes were blazing. Explain? Explain? What the hell you gonna explain, huh? How you was laying up with my wife? How you was smelling in my face while creeping behind my back? Scrappy sighed. It wasn't like that, man. You gotta understand, boom. Kirk's fist connected with the wall next to Scrappy's head, hard enough to rattle the picture frames. Scrappy flinched but held his ground. Kirk's voice was shaking with rage. Nah, you don't get to tell me what I gotta understand. You the one that gotta understand that you've done crossed the king line. Scrappy sighed again, shaking his head. Man, I swear, it ain't even how it looks. Me and Kendra, we ain't even, Kirk laughed. A cold, bitter laugh. Oh, you ain't even? You ain't even what, eh? Scrappy hesitated, and that's when Kirk knew there was no excuse. No way out of this. This was real. His brother had betrayed him. The tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. And then, Scrappy dropped his hands and looked Kirk dead in the eye. Look, man, I've kid up. I know I did, but it ain't just on me. Kendra was the one that came to me. She the one that... Kirk's head snapped up. Don't you put this all on her, bro. That's my wife. But you supposed to be my brother. Scrappy nodded, his jaw tight. Yeah, and I hate myself for it. But I ain't gonna sit here and act like she innocent either. Kirk took a deep breath, his mind racing. He wanted to swing, to throw a punch that would knock Scrappy across the room. But the truth was, it wouldn't change anything. The damage was already done, and the whole world was watching. Just then, ding. Kirk's phone lit up again. Another notification. Another headline blowing up. He glanced down, and that's when he saw it. A new post from Kendra. Her side of the story. And what she said. It changed everything. Kirk's hands trembled as he stared at the screen. He could barely process what he was seeing. Kendra had just posted her side of the story, and it was something nobody saw coming. The caption alone had the internet on fire. Since the truth is out, let me tell my side. Kirk, you're not as innocent as you pretend to be. Kirk's vision blurred with rage as he clicked the post. He could feel Scrappy's eyes on him, but he didn't care. He needed to see what Kendra was saying, and the second he started reading, everything changed. She had posted screenshots, text messages, DMs, receipts, and what they revealed? Kirk had been playing dirty too. The messages showed Kirk flirting with other women. Late-night conversations, hotel meetups, evidence that he wasn't as faithful as he had always claimed to be. The comment section was going crazy. Wait, so Kirk was cheating too. Both of them are messy as hell. Not Kirk trying to act like the victim when he'd been out here doing the same thing. Kirk's stomach twisted as he scrolled through the screenshots. He recognized the messages. He remembered the nights he had told Kendra he was working late. He thought he had covered his tracks, but clearly, Kendra had been keeping receipts the whole time. Scrappy let out a long breath, shaking his head. Damn, bro, this ain't looking good for you. Kirk's jaw tightened. Man, shut the hell up. This ain't about me right now. Scrappy smirked. Oh, it's definitely about you now. The streets is talking, and they saying y'all both dirty. Kirk clenched his fists. He had come here ready to destroy Scrappy, ready to make him pay for what he did. But now, the whole world was looking at him too. And the worst part, Kendra had flipped the script. She had turned herself into the victim. And Kirk? Now he was the villain. He paced the room, his mind racing. This was getting out of control. He had to do something. But what? If he denied it, the receipts were already out there. If he admitted it, he'd look weak. Either way, he was losing. Then, his phone rang. It was Mendeecees. Kirk sighed and answered. Yo. Mendeecees' voice was serious. Bro, you see what Kendra just posted? Kirk rubbed his temples. Yeah, I saw it. Mendeecees exhaled. Man, this is bad. You trending everywhere. The blog's got a Dan Field day. And guess who just spoke out? Kirk's stomach sank. Who? Mendeecees hesitated. Then, Jasmine. Kirk's heart stopped. Jasmine, his ex, his old side chick, the mother of his child. No, this couldn't be happening. What'd she say? Kirk asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Mendeecees let out a low whistle. She went on live talking about how you ain't changed, how you been playing Kendra the same way you played her. She said this was karma. Kirk's blood ran cold. Jasmine had always been a problem. Always ready to stir up drama. And now she had just made things 10 times worse. Scrappy let out a dry laugh. Damn, bro. Your past really came back to bite you. Kirk shot him a glare. Shut up, Scrappy. You the reason we even in this mess. Scrappy shrugged. Man, we both in this mess. And right now, the whole damn world watching. He wasn't wrong. The blogs were eating this up. Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, TMZ, every major gossip site was running the story. And Kirk, he was officially the bad guy. He needed a plan. Fast, his eyes darted back to his phone. He had two options: stay silent and let the internet destroy him. Go on the offensive and control the narrative. He took a deep breath. He knew what he had to do. I'm going live. Scrappy raised an eyebrow. Oh, you really about to step in the fire, huh? Kirk ignored him.